Hey everyone, Jeff here from Films at Home. It's been a minute since I did a collection update, and I got a ton of new Blu-rays and 4Ks, even VHS tapes to show you. So sit back and relax. This might be a long one, but there's a lot of cool stuff to talk about. So first up, I want to talk about a few things that I grabbed off of Whatnot, which really has become my go-to place for finding obscure stuff. Cool Blu-rays, DVDs, 4Ks, even some VHS in this case. When you have such a big collection, or if you're just looking to buy a few movies, Whatnot is like this live stream shopping app. I sell on there from time to time, so if you want to join my channel over there, you can go live stream. I sell some stuff from my collection, but I also buy a bunch of stuff. So I bought these next few items from two different sellers on Whatnot. And if you do want to join me on Whatnot and buy some movies yourself or just hang out with me on a live stream, you can actually get a $15 free credit. Use the link down in my description to sign up, and that'll get you $15 to buy as many movies as you want. You can probably get a good handful because a lot sell for $1 or $2, and there's tons of great sellers over there. But first, I got a couple of Vinegar Syndrome titles from a seller who was selling these for only $15 a piece, which for me, Vinegar Syndrome, if you know their prices, that's a steal, especially this one, Silent Madness. Now, this is a 3D slasher movie, but the slipcover here was long out of print. So you could get the standard edition, but Vinegar Syndrome didn't have any more of the limited edition slipcovers. Looking on eBay, this probably would have been $50, $60, $70 because Vinegar Syndrome collectors are really serious. I got it for $15. And then Primal Rage, which is a brand new 4K release from them that I was meaning to pick up. I just didn't have it yet. Saw that this seller was selling it for $15. And so I got both of these for $30. Those are the types of deals you can get on Whatnot. If you use my sign up code and you get that $15, you could have got something like this for essentially just the cost of shipping. So definitely check it out if you're interested in a new way to buy some movies. And the other couple things I got on Whatnot were super cool. There's a ton of VHS sellers on there. So if you just like nostalgia and VHS too, there's a ton of people selling cool stuff. The first one was Pulp Fiction, one of my favorite movies of all time, probably a top 5. This is a sealed VHS tape. Still has the original Miramax little sticker on it. It's never been opened. I thought that was super cool. This seller had it for like $15. I think I got them down to 10, which was, I think, a really good price considering what some sealed VHS tapes of popular movies are going for these days. So super cool special collector's edition Pulp Fiction, original VHS, still sealed. And then this one, I can't wait to check out. Halloween Trick or Treat on VHS. I had never heard of this, but I saw the cover art and I said, okay, that's interesting. And then I read the back. It's like a satanic panic, like parents' guide to Halloween. I mean, it literally says the video features a number of witches, Satanists, and law enforcement officials that will expose and change your opinion of Halloween forever. Like, parents need to know this. This came out in 1990, so kind of at the tail end of Satanic Panic. But I just love this. It's 60 minutes long. It's actually called The Pagan Invasion, Volume 1. Stuff like this I find to be hilarious. What people thought about Halloween, that Satanic Panic thing just really intrigues me. And so, like, where else was I going to find this? There were a few copies on eBay. They were like 30 or $40. It seems like a pretty collectible tape. I got it for $8 on Whatnot from a great seller who bundled these two together for me. And it was only $22 all in with shipping. So super, super excited to get a sealed VHS of one of my favorite movies. And this, which I don't know where else I'd get something like this. Just an incredible find. So that was what I got from Whatnot. If you want to join me over there, follow me my Whatnot streams, whatever. The link's down in the description. But let's talk about some Imprint stuff because they sent me some cool releases lately. First one, directed by Walter Hill. This is a massive box set with their kind of unique top opening, which has different films directed by Walter Hill. We got Hard Times. We got 4K release of The Driver, which is super cool. We've got The Lone Riders. It also has Extreme Prejudice. It has Johnny Handsome and Broken Trail. So a really kind of comprehensive Walter Hill set. And I'll be honest, I've only seen The Driver and Extreme Prejudice because that had a Vestron video release. So I'm really excited to dive into more of the filmography from Walter Hill, but a really high quality, nice hard box set Really nice artwork all the way around from Imprint. And then they also sent me Film Focus, Jessica Lange. They've been doing these lately where they kind of pick an actor or director and do a film focus. So this has Losing Isaiah, Music Box, Crimes of the Heart, and Francis. I know Jessica Lange mostly from American Horror Story, which she's excellent in, but I would love to watch more from her. So a very cool set from Imprint. And then one more Film Focus, Jennifer Connelly, which includes Career Opportunities, Waking the Dead, and House of Sand and Fog. And again, all in this hard box set. Opens up, pops open the top. You got a little booklet in each of these that talks about the actress in this case. Really cool collectible pieces that I know they're doing more of. I think they had did I see a Marlon Brando one? I feel like I saw that. So just, really incredible work by Imprint. Still doing, some releases that I don't think anybody else would do right now. Now, on top of all that, I got some Steelbooks and some other kind of random stuff that I'll run through, but I did pick up the Expendables 1, 2, and 3 on 4K Steelbook. Those are all Best Buy exclusives from Lionsgate. They've got the slipcover over the top of them. Really high quality stuff. Also grabbed Carlito's Way on 4K, which I did have the Steelbook of. I ended up selling it because I really love Arrow Video releases, especially their hard box releases with the booklet. So I'm keeping this one. I sold my Steelbook. Also got on Steelbook Ferris Bueller's Day Off on 4K. This was from a Paramount. I haven't popped this in yet to watch it. I have such a backlog of 4K stuff to watch, but other people have reviewed it and said it's fantastic. So I'm really excited to check it out. Also have So I Married an Axe Murderer from Sony with the slipcover, 30th anniversary. Not one I would have expected on 4K. Another one I still need to watch, but very happy to own. And then I did upgrade a couple copies, Promising Young Woman and Cocaine Bear. So these were actually sent to me by a company called Allied Vaughn, and they're the ones who are doing a lot of manufactured on-demand discs for Universal, for Paramount. They're doing them, for other distributors and studios as well. So I'm actually going to break their involvement down in a video soon because I think it's a really interesting shift that's happening where some of these movies, I guess this is the reason why you're seeing the studio put out a Blu-ray and then, later a 4K comes sort of in a, no slipcover, bare bones 4K release, is because Allied Vaughn, they're outsourcing to them, which I think is it's great that we're getting them on 4K. And they're also doing, I should mention them because they're doing other films, like they did this one for Warner Archive, Little Women. So they're getting into Blu-ray. Sometimes they take care of some of the Warner Archive stuff. And they also did recently both Elizabeth on 4K and Kiss the Girls from Paramount. So from what I'm hearing, these would not exist without the cooperation with this kind of manufacturer-on-demand physical media distributor, which I find to be a really interesting thing. So all of those, I haven't had a chance to watch them yet, but there really is no difference in the transfer. It's just a difference in the way that they're manufactured, and they're kind of made on demand. They're not going to have slip covers. They're just going to kind of be, it is what it is, but hey, at least we're getting these movies on 4K, especially for some stuff that's had 4K streaming transfers out there. This is one way to get them to physical. So I like what they're doing. I also have Bloodsport on 4K with this cool digibook packaging. It's actually a little bit taller than a standard 4K release, but very excited to watch this. I haven't yet. It's from Cape Light Pictures from the UK, but that's going to be region free. I also got Past Lives, one of the newer A24 movies that, again, I've heard great things about. Haven't had a chance to watch. From Wellgo USA, we got Creepy Crawly, a little Thai horror from Thailand. Some of the stuff that comes out of Southeast Asia blows my mind. If you've never seen The Wailing, if you've never seen The Sadness, if you've never seen Train to Busan, check those out, but I can't wait. I reviewed this in a short on my channel, but The Boogeyman now has a Blu-ray release. Pretty bare bones, not even a slipcover on it from 20th Century Studios, but you know what? At least we get a Blu-ray because sometimes we don't. Barbarian, where are you? There are lots of movies in that world of 20th Century, Searchlight, Disney that don't have releases, so we'll take a physical release. But I watched that when they sent me a digital code, and I thought it was actually pretty good. Another Steelbook here, Fall. This is from Lionsgate again with the awesome removable slipcover that changes the picture and the artwork. Haven't broke into it yet. This is the unrated version, but I have actually heard great things about this movie, and I never owned the Blu-ray, so I'm excited that I get to watch it on 4K for the first time. And then I got a couple that a viewer actually sent me. So I got The Message, which is the story of like the beginning of Islam, starring Anthony Quinn. One of these big epics. Like if you enjoy like the Ten Commandments, I've heard this is incredible. And then Lion of the Desert, which is actually, I believe, a World War II or World War I? It's about the Italian tank armies, I believe, coming into Africa. I've never seen either of these. They didn't get a whole lot of press when they came out, but both from Shout Studios, Shout Factory, and both, huge epics starring, people like Rod Steiger or Anthony Quinn or Maurice Jarre or, Mustafa Akkad, who from Halloween fame directed and produced these. So he was the producer who owned the rights to Halloween. He produced John Carpenter's original. Now his son Malik Akkad did the sequels. So big pedigree there. I also got the Walmart exclusive of Elemental on 4K, which people thought this movie bombed. Go back and look at the box office receipts. It crossed over $500 million at the box office. So yeah, was it the biggest Pixar movie ever? No, but like, far from a bomb. It did really well. It had really, really long legs, and this is definitely something I'll watch with the kids. Then from Warner Brothers, I got Batman Mask of the Phantasm on 4K. I did watch this. I will probably do a full review if I can work it into my schedule. It's been crazy lately trying to watch everything, keep up with it, make videos, but the animation on this is really top notch. And the movie, if you've never seen this, I think it's I don't know. Am I going to go hot take it? I think it's the best DC animated movie. I think it's the best Batman animated movie. It is so well done. Another one I got in recently from, this is Lionsgate, right? Yeah, Cobweb. Not a ton of press on this, but I heard it's worth watching. So I'm going to pop it in sometime in October when we get into all the spooky movies. It really was in and out of theaters, not a whole lot of trailers or anything. And considering this, it's got Lizzie Kaplan, it's got Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander in The Boys. I figured it would have got a little more attention, but it really didn't. So then I got a few more things to round out. This one I was very excited about. Mad Heidi. This came from Raven Banner, and it's the extra cheese edition. It's supposedly the first Swissploitation film. And in here, it's a pretty nice release. It has a Blu-ray with tons of features. It's got a 28-page making of booklet, trading cards, fridge magnet, and the CD soundtrack. But it is basically a dystopian Switzerland that's fallen under the fascist rule of an evil cheese tyrant, Caspar Van Dien. Heidi lives a pure and simple life in the Swiss Alps. Her grandfather does his best to protect her, but her desire for freedom lands her in trouble with the dictator, and basically she sets out to liberate the country from the cheese fascists. It sounds incredible. I haven't watched it. If you've seen it, let me know. But a really solid release. Like, look, these trading cards in here. You've got a booklet here, the cheese throwing disc movie on Blu-ray, the soundtrack, reversible cover art. I mean, tons of stuff included in here. They really went all out, and it's pretty impressive. So if you like those sort of exploitation movies, this is the first Swissploitation. So definitely check it out if you're into that sort of thing. From Raven Banner, you can get it on Blu-ray now. And just a couple more things to round everything out here, but I got a Walmart exclusive with the limited edition pin of The Little Mermaid, the new live action. Have not watched it yet. It's one that I probably will watch at some point with the kids, but I saw somebody watching it on the plane in front of me, actually, on my way back from LA a couple weeks ago. It didn't look half bad. I caught a few moments. I mean, it looked kind of visually appealing. I don't know what the story is or anything, but, well, I know the story, but I don't know how this one breaks down. But it's worth checking out, I think. And then I did get, this is really cool because I love this show. I got Rick and Morty seasons 1 through 6 on Blu-ray, which is a huge game changer for me because I've been watching this show and catching up. And obviously there's been a lot of controversy lately, and they changed the voices. I'll be honest with you, I can't tell the difference, and I've watched the show quite a bit. The new voices sound great, so good for them. But series 1 through 6, right? Seasons 1 through 6, I've been watching on Hulu, and it's horrible with the commercials. I'm sitting there, you can't skip the commercials. You watch 5 minutes. It's a 20-minute show. I got 8 minutes of commercials. So I can't wait to just be able to pop the disc in, catch up all the way to season 6, and just not have to deal with commercials and get it in the highest quality on Blu-ray. Plus, it's got special features. There's commentaries, deleted scenes, animatics, behind the scenes features inside the episodes, tons of stuff on here. And then last but not least, I watched this actually last night, the night I'm making this video anyway, The Legend of Boggy Creek on 4K Blu-ray. This comes right from the family, Charles B. Pierce's family. If you've never heard of this movie, it's a mockumentary that covers a Bigfoot type creature in Folk, Arkansas, which is in the Texarkana area. This same director, Charles B. Pierce, he's the same director who did The Town That Dreaded Sundown, which also deals with Texarkana real life murders. But this movie, highly influential. This was actually the top 10. It was the number 10 grossing movie in 1972. It did like $50 million at drive-ins. It was a huge sensation in the early 70s. And yeah, is it a little bit dated now? Yes. But it's so wacky. It's like part, small town drama, part mockumentary, part horror movie, part musical in the middle. It kind of goes all over the place. It zigs, it zags hard. It does a lot of crazy stuff, but there's a really effective horror sequence at the end. The scenery's great. The audio sounds awesome on this. It has a brand new track, and it's super cool because this was almost lost. So the director's daughter went out and found one of the only remaining film reels of this movie, which had thought to have been lost at the BFI, and then worked with the Charles Eastman Museum, who also did the restoration and great job on Invader from Mars 1953. They worked on Boggy Creek. It looks, I think, as good as it can. Obviously, it's not pristine. They're dealing with something that's 50 years old. But if you've seen this movie, you're probably used to watching like a VHS rip on YouTube. Huge step up here. It sounds just as good. They did a complete audio restoration as well, and I had a fun time with it. And I think it's one of these movies that, like, being a top 10 grossing movie of 1972, not a lot of people know about it. So I'll put a link down in the description. I'm going to review this in full on 4K though, so check out that video when it's done. So that's it for the big collection update. I tried to run through all of this, but that's what I've got lately. Some great pickups from Whatnot. Like I said, you want to join me on Whatnot, you can get $15 in free credit. Maybe you've already signed up with the link. You can still use your credit at any time, but if you're a brand new user, I can get you $15 off through my code. I think other people can only get you 10, so you get 15 through me, and you automatically follow me, and you'll be in on all the live streams and stuff that I do over there. I go live about once a month, but finding these incredible VHS tapes and these Vinegar Syndrome titles for $15 that would have cost me 3 or 4 times that on eBay, it's a great place to buy movies. There are Blu-rays moving on there every day for $1. And of course, check out and support all of these boutique labels, these studio titles that came out, stuff like Mad Heidi, that's not going to get talked about by a lot of channels. I wanted to make sure I include here some great Steelbooks from Lionsgate if you're into Steelbooks, Imprint and their box sets and their film focus and director focus sets, Boggy Creek, all this stuff that's come out lately. It's literally impossible to even keep up and watch and review all of this, which is, I get reviews out where I can when I watch stuff. A lot of people ask, doing my best as a one-man show, but this goes to show just like how much physical media is coming out recently. It's an incredible time to be a collector. So hopefully this gave you some ideas and you'll go find some of these titles, maybe go to your local video store, pick them up or grab them from some websites like bullmoose.com or Orbit DVD or Diabolic DVD, or you can buy some of these at groove.com from Universal and Warner Brothers. Lots of great places you can go and shop for this stuff. So go check all of them out. And of course, check out those boutique labels as well. You can go right to Arrow Video. You can go right to Vinegar Syndrome. You can buy Boggy Creek right on their website, I believe. So check all that stuff out. So thanks for sticking with me through this one. I know it's a little bit longer, but I wanted to show you everything I got because it's some pretty cool stuff. I was especially jazzed about the stuff I got on Whatnot. So loved that stuff. But thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. If you want more movie collecting, movie talk like this, please subscribe to the channel. I think you'll really appreciate the content. Lots more great stuff coming, lots of reviews, diving deeper into some more movies, maybe doing some movie rankings, maybe some fun new stuff I have planned for the channel as well. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it, and follow me on social media, and check out all the links in the description for ways that you can support me and the channel by supporting partners and getting a discount yourself a lot of times. So thanks for that. And if you're on a TV, scan the QR code and that'll bring you right there as well. But thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy out there, and I'll talk to you all soon.